Let's speak about Ecclesiastes 7 to 10. It is not wise to ask these such questions of why the old days are better than this. These days humans the old days. Why I say old days is better than this end than this. The old days people fear God. The old days respect one to the other is what people do. They work, they eat twice a day. They work 6 hours a day. Usually 3 hours a day. You know, they labor under the sun by poultry, farming. Some are those who are far from the seas are working on a hill. You know, in the beginning, there were no lights of the earths, but light of the worlds. You know, amen? There were no wicked as of these 2 days. It's so much in here. Wherever you go, there's a lot. You know, there's just so much in there. Palaces do not have electricity of those times. They use beeswax, candlelight. You know, they uses candlelight. Uses wall lamp. You know, wall lamp like in the bamboo. In that bamboo, they put wick or cotton from usually from the tear cloth that the worn out clothing that they have, and then they not going to use it anymore. They are stripping it into half just like this, and then in the bamboo tree there is like this. It's like closing per ends. On the top of that, they make a hole in it. They make a hole, and then they put the wick inside it. What are they using as oil, women? They are using bees oil. When you say bees oil, it's what you call the lard. You know, lard. And when you see lard, women, the lard is of coconut. You know, the oil from the fats. You know, oil from the fats. Or we say fat. You know, that is where the oils come from. And then coconut, of those end, like of this end, you can curl your hair, you can do anything. In chemical, we uses natural things. Like when we want to curly our hair, we use the leaves of the yucca root. We use it here, and then we locked it. We dreadlock the yucca leaf, the red one on it. That's what we used all day. Or sometimes we use broomstick to curl our hairs. It was all natural. And coconut oil, we make coconut oil from natural ingredient. Just take the milk from it. You know, you shred. What we used before to shred them, women, is a small. We sit on it and then we call it kaguran. You know, a tools made by 2x2, whatever you can sit on. You know, as we make sofas too, from just like that, you see on the back. You know, the oldest were compared, women, I won't say it. And our hairs, what oil we use to make our hair healthy. Those times we don't have like this shampoo, whatever. You know, we have no shampoo. They have shampoo from the coconut. You know the shell of the coconut? They try to they pit it, you know, like knocking it until it started bubbling. You know, while the hair, to make it grow and healthy, we use coconut milk. We use coconut milk, we put lemon leaf, and keep it for an hour, and then we put that in our hair. Sometimes we use it right away, but sometimes we make the lemon leaf, it stays there for a minute, something like that. And then we spread it in our hair. We have hairs longer by our butts. All of my great daughters, you know, we all have a long hairs right to our butts. To show you down, it's right here, right down there by the knee, behind the knee. You know, behind the knee where it was, right by the knee. Was right by the knee, women. And then we keep that coconut oil or coconut milk in our hair for an hour or so. You know, an hour or so or more. You know, until we're ready to we are ready to take a bath. When you see a bath, we go to rivers. We don't have like this of yours today that you have all that you have. We bath in the rivers. We bath in the, you know, like this. Sometimes we take water from the rivers, bring home for the garden. Even palaces, they have this big, we have in the palace, as I said, when I was Aztec, I was the royal, they have offered, you know, and burnt alive. And we use this big, like, a furnace. You know, like they make a box of cement like that, and for the water, in their palaces, you know, in the palaces, even into the era of Sulaiman, we say Suleiman, you know. It was the old days is an expense and what do you call that? There is no we do not pay for anything, you know. Even in this end, and where I'm from, The fishes were fresh, right away from the seas. But in this end, where you can find that? Everything is expensive in this end. But in the first century, everyone works hard. You know? Everyone works hard. And we have this ancient belief that at night, you must not, when your mother is still alive, you must not brush your hair. You know? My great-grand used to brush my hair. My mom, I would say my mom, because she's the one who brought me, you know. She's my eternal mother. You know? When you, even to clean your nails, that's the culture. I have not listened. I never clean my nails anyway. You know, I cut because you wash clothes. Even in this end, women, I hand wash my clothes. Every time I finished one, I take a bath. I washed my clothes. You know, everything is natural. And usually in the old days, what we eat in the era before is the yucca root. The yucca root or the sweet potato. What we make them for? Sweet potato. We shred them into small bits, like a smashed. And then we make food through it. Bread, we make anything from it. You know? And in yucca root, we make also like sweets from it. You know, women? In the old days, chandeliers, we say it this way, you know? We say it this way. For I am, and don't want to see, I don't want to, for these words already is blasphemous to me, you know? Inglo. It's already a sword, you know? What they use as chandelier, those that they hang, is candlestick. Not like of today, you'll find anything, all this. In 400 era to 300, there were already camera. You know, there were already camera, but out of 330 BC. With 330 BC, there were already from graphite. I want to say that because that's And then torches made from aluminum. Aluminium. You see aluminum. Sometimes you laugh at me because you think I speak this way, women. It is sin. Your words is sin to try to make it perfect. You are not perfect. You try to make your words and spelling. In the heaven, before the old heaven, we have numbers already. Like Michael calls me 8. Gabriel calls me 8. You know, when he said 8, I'm speaking. And Michael calls me 7. Or Gabe call me, like this. We have known We are numbers and frequencies, women. That is why our hairs is very thick and bushy. You know? When you say bushy, women, it's wavy and bubbly. Bubbly. Raven is like, it's black, very, very black. You know? We have a very, very black hair because of the milk from the coconut. You know, the coconut milk is what makes our hair go healthy. I would say healthy. You know, and through by coconut milk, I can make toffee out of it. Just sugar. Can add peanut if you want peanut. The old ways. You know? And we have what we use usually is pottery. Those times, pot. Where we get these pots from? You know, by the volcanoes or in the top of the mountains, there is mud. A mud that you put in small water, it's like a cement that will stuck. You know? It's like, it's nothing alike of how you make pots of this end. You know? Even in this end, and where I incarnate, I say incarnate. We are using pot, big pot, where we put water. Say where I will just say put water because I won't say it's EVE because it's when words, women, I can't speak words. I can't totally make my words, but I'm not speaking through that because it is blasphemy. They call it DICK. HEA. Oh, Dilahara. And in the evening, women, the people in those who are in those times, they are this disco thing, fiesta. In every festival, there is women dancing. You know, like this. They have. It's nothing alike of your descent. They make like let's just say a disco. They make they hire a karaoke or any sound system to carry on the festival at night with a sing along with a singer, all that. There is party, we'll say party. Then male women are sitting on the sofa on the black. It's a cement, you know, we'll just say a black from the what they make cements from, like you know, as cement chairs, a black chair. Oh, I don't know how you say it. Don't care anyway. I'll say it that way because that's the translation I can find in my brain. They sit the lady sits in that, and then the male always have a penny in their pocket, so that when the cashier asks for pay for the lady, they give. It's not pay for the lady. It's for them for taking the lady. You know, it's their help for the festival. Because festival is all about to pay the sound system, whoever they hires, and for the temples, to fix temples. You know? And at night, the children play under the moon. This is before, women. Children's play under the moon, and at daytime they help their parents, whatever they need to do, to fetch water. We put water here, with a big pot. In the time in Judah, we put the big pot here. Sometimes you carried it like this. But think about this end. It's nothing alike before time. And also women, at a night, before, when it's full moon, the fathers are outside chattering, chattering. We have until this politics start. Fighting like it's not Lara. Every full moon, women, we gather together outside the houses. Neighbors love each other, but now neighbors fighting each other, does not respect each other. They don't respect nobody no more. They even gossip you. They even try to rob you. Your own neighbor do that to you in this end. Well, before time, a neighbor under the moon, when it's full moon, and in the morning before they started working, they go by the seas and chat. And at night, when everyone about to eat, everyone are all in the table. People of this end have tables, long tables. They sit together, the children are quiet. If they're jealous one, the parents would take it out. But in this end, everyone is just, you cannot say no more, because in this end, people think this. Right away, this. They don't use this and here, because they want this right away. They have big mouths than brains. While in the beginning, the women do not wear like this, your clothes of today, like as if there's no more, as if there are no more garment to put on it. It's like the garment is finished. Even in this end, women, my clothes are made by my own mother. My mom made it through her own hand. Just as I make this. Everything this. I never, when I was a child, women, in this end, like I said, I never play any childish things. I play with my, when I was 12, but it wasn't play like childish things. There were it was all meaningful. Everything it was all what you call the learn, being taught, a lesson. I have not buy any clothing from from any shop. New ones, no. We don't have that in the old time. Everything, the SEW. A reason too why there's no sickness really on earth before time. Our hairs is very thick. We don't use, and it's very smooth. Only in this end until I learn to rebond my own hairs. Out of curiosity, before I knew how they do that, everything I tried on my own. I tried on my own. For I knew before time, I did all this. It's like burning in flesh. But compared to those times and this end, I shall not say that there's no comparison, women. Nothing compares of the old time. We buy, in the time of JSUS or in the CHRIST, you, I don't, lahisang durhulay, tat ara at hulay kanara. They make bread. They make bread. When they sit on the table, they make bread. And this end, women, it's all about poison in your food. There's no comparison of those times in this end. Nothing whatsoever. Women of those times wear headscarf, not of like of this mosmos. You call MUSLIM. It's like they're out of passion. No matter how much they wear, for me it's nothing. It's not holiness, women, like that. You think it's holiness. Women, holiness is here. Here. There is holiness inside here. In your hallows. There's a hallows here and there's heart here. Understand? Why a heart in your right? Your spirit heart is on here. For in the spirit it's left. This is left in your spirit. You called flesh. This is right. You called spirit. In the middle is where your big heart is. You called hallows. You know those big hearts there with the... It was I, women. In the realms was I. For I could not accept that I'm gonna, all do that, all those things that you've been calling here. But in the end, women, I am. I am his pair, and we were before. No matter how much we try to run from things doth, you say belong. It will always get back to the rightful owner. Women? No matter how much people try to steal it from you, it will and will always, for the God is my Father that is unseen, or the Father that is unseen, or the G that is I would say, because the God around that you cannot see knew who things belong to. Those end women, such a day that people in the nighttime gather together, they chit-chat, and then while children play hide and seek. But there is Even though the adults tell them that you cannot play hide and seek in the night time. Because they thought that there is a gorilla that will hides when they cannot, if they can't be found, the gorilla will find them. This ancient belief, which is I never believe anyway. Women, those ancient days, women, is really compare this end is nothing alike. Look at the females of this end. They put their thing here. They put lens on, etc. to make themselves look. Women, no matter how much you try to look good, inside you are nothing. Still, you are what you are. I tried it once, this thing, fake eyelash. I tried it here. I paid $1,000 to it. After I arrived home, I cut it. Keep taking it and taking it. I went into the bathroom. And take it off. I could not take it off because it was the best one I have paid for. I just want to experience it. It didn't even stay for an hour in my eye. I'll cut it. I could not sleep all night with it because I'm not used with all this worldly thing, women. I'm not used to all that. Like this females here. She called herself my bride. Call herself Prapo de Lahara. They are nothing, women. Because what I see in you is not what you're this, but what's inside here. This is the church I have built in. This is where I judge the earths. What's in here, not what's in here. Because no matter how much you try to look, you just look funny to me. You look like a joker, like those nose, big red, those things. Every time I see females like that with these eyelashes and all that, they try to make themselves like like this. Oh, don't like it, women. They're trying really hard. It's like they are obsessed to themselves. Just, women. In the old days, we can't, everything is lipstick we use for, where we get the lipstick from, women? From the rose. From the rose, women. The petals of the roses, we mashed it until it's become really, the color. And then we, we separate the extract, we extract it. And then we put that in the paper. We call it papel de hapon. Paper, it's like a paper, crepe paper. We put that in the crepe paper and then that's how we use. Like this. In this end, I have a lot of that, but it's end up thrown out. It end up being thrown away. I'm not just, I do that just for fun, but the one with me does not like it. So I end up giving them all. I just like to keep them. Because I have the dress room, I have dressing table. I just like them as display. I don't use them very often. Only use when I just for fun. That's the differences of the old days women. Totally different from these days. We get to eat bread when we make bread. And we use the furnace. We make furnace, women, from the mud. That's where we cook the bread. We clean it first, like this. Like your fireplace. And then on the top of that, there's exactly like your oven at this end. There's bus, but we used aluminum. You see aluminum? That's what we do. But this end, and there is one thing also. Even until now, in my family, in my beloveds, or in my offspring, we are still doing that. We hold his hand and bless like this. The eldest, we hold the eldest hand and bless. That is blessed to us women. That is the GBY. Hold your elder's hand. It's either kiss for males. But I do to them the bless. We bless the elder's hand. Even my cousins does that to me. But I kiss them here. I kiss them here. To my aunt, I kiss them here. Those I knew that is close to me in here, I kiss them. I don't just kiss anyone because I'm not Judah. Women? Many things in the earth that have changed ridiculously, they say. The GBY to us women is hold your eldest hands. Your grannies, your mother, thy father, or your uncles, your aunties, whoever is older than you, we hold their hands and bless like this. We take their hands and bless, but you of this end, just cast the word, and that's it. What you take to those people, you say GBY to? Synagogue of EVIL. That's what you are giving. Babies. That is that is what the CULTURE we have known before time. That is carried until in this end. While I beso those I love. Actually, I kiss them there, in here. You know how to beso, right? I beso the other way. I touches my lips here. To whoever closest in me, in here. Those who are close in me spiritually, in here. Those who are close with us spiritually, physically, in here. You understand, women? The differences of the words before time has totally changed.